All right, hello, this is High Priestess Jamila. So as promised, I am here with a video about the retrograded planets. And of course, the planets in retrograde are going to be different for different people and are going to affect people differently. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I am going to put up some readings. I'm just going to, I'll probably more than likely pick Mercury retrograde to talk about how the different retrograde planets are going to affect different people, okay? All right, so right now, today is Wednesday, March the 19th of 2025. And the first retrograde that we're going to talk about is Mercury that went into retrograde on March the 14th. And will be in retrograde until April the 6th, okay? So what I'm going to look at real quickly, even though I've already done a reading for Mercury retrograde, I'm going to look at the cards and ask Santa Muerte, what messages do you have for this particular Mercury retrograde right now, okay? Yeah, Knight of Swords inverted, Ace of Swords upright, and then the Emperor in the upright position. So I'm just going to throw three cards. First of all, that Knight of Swords is where Santa Muerte is talking about letting go of the past. Knight of Swords is inverted. She is making suggestions of cord cuttings, okay, specific cord cutting specifically. Okay, cutting the cord from unwanted people, unwanted energies, and then moving forward from the past. Also, I feel like what this particular Mercury retrograde is going to do is it's going to awaken a lot of people. I feel like there's going to be a huge awakening. First of all, I got Knight of Swords inverted, Ace of Swords upright, and then the Emperor in the upright position. He is very strong. I feel like Santa Muerte is saying that Mars is going to be well, first of all, the Emperor is Mars, the Ace of Swords is Venus, and then the Knight of Swords is Mercury. Go figure. Those are going to be some very powerful allies for you guys, very powerful helpers. So if you guys don't know how to work with like the universe, you know, you guys are welcome to reach out. But those are going to be some of the go-tos. I do feel like the Knight of Swords in the inverted position is where there are a lot of people that are just kind of stuck. I feel like a lot of people are confused. Okay. Ace of Swords is talking about finding that love for self and saying, you know what, I'm going to fight back. You don't necessarily have to fight physically, but more so mentally and to gain mental clarity, okay? However, just FYI, the Emperor, just the energy and the vibration that I'm getting from the Emperor is talking about how Mars is going to be a very powerful energy. If you look at Mars and you work with the gods of Mars and the energies of Mars and the herbs of Mars, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? So I feel like he's going to be very important for this Mercury retrograde. Now, next up is Venus actually went into retrograde on March the 1st and will be in retrograde until April the 12th. Now, we've got Mercury currently in retrograde, and then we've got Venus currently in retrograde. To me, as a witch and shaman, that speaks to me heavily. It says a lot to me. There's a lot of space and opportunity. If you guys are looking into love reunions, I think that now would be a time to jump on it. Ever since March the 1st, your love reunions are going to be stronger and more powerful, believe it or not, even with Venus in retrograde. Yes. Reclaiming power, reclaiming energy is going to be a very powerful power move that you guys can make. But mainly, let's look at Venus. Let's throw the cards. I want to see Venus in retrograde. Santa Muerte, what messages do you have about Venus in retrograde for my collective? Right, so I got 2 Venus cards comes up. The 5 of Pentacles upright, the Hierophant comes up upright, and then the 3 of Wands comes up in the inverted position. As far as with my relationship, and she had me look at 2 more cards, 9 of Pentacles upright, and then the 10 of Cups in the inverted position, okay? 8 of Swords in the upright position, and then Queen of Cups inverted, which is also Neptune. First of all, you guys know that Santa Muerte, she, as far as with my relationship with her, Santa Muerte is an enemy of the church. She does not like the church. She does not like religion. She does not like the direction that it went in. And so she is saying, don't trust it, is what she's saying. She's saying to through the Hierophant to, guide your own self, trust in yourself, trust in your own intuition, trust in what you feel deep in your heart. Both 5 of Pentacles and the Hierophant is connected to Venus. Again, Mars comes up. Mars, Phobos, and Deimos comes up in the 3 of Wands inverted. And she's saying to feel like that 3 of Wands in the inverted position is where she's saying to not let anything have power over you. Not let anything, any establishment, any religion, any indoctrinated belief. I feel like she's saying don't let it have power over you. She's saying that it's not good. She's also speaking in terms of third-party relationships, interferences, or either just people butting into your business. And I do believe that she's talking about energy harvesting. Okay, just plain old energy harvesting, not destiny stealing, but just energy harvesting. Also, another thing, she is talking about destiny reclaim or recall in this 9 of Pentacles connected to Saturn in the upright positions. She is definitely sending me a message that taking back your destiny. Okay. Oh, also another thing, don't ever think, this is where this 10 of Cups comes in. Don't ever allow the enemy to convince you. The enemy that has swapped destinies with you will try to play a mind game with you and try to send you the illusion that your destiny was probably not that good, and will try to trick you into thinking, well, this person, I can see them as going down because they did me wrong anyway. And so why would I need to take back my destiny? Maybe my destiny was bad. Maybe it was. Well, that's actually a trick. Don't fall for it. If your destiny was bad, they wouldn't be trying to steal it. Okay. So she's definitely talking about that. 8 of Swords comes up in the upright position, where she is talking about breaking free of that and not letting somebody play mind games with you. And then Queen of Cups comes up representing Neptune. Again, she is in the inverted position. Santa Muerte, I feel like she's talking about love. I feel like she's talking about evil eye protection. Protection from hate. Protection from the evil eye. Yeah. And then she's also talking about heart chakra protection and healing. What's the next card? The Wheel of Fortune in the upright position, which is Saturn as well. And so this is where a lot of you guys really need to pay attention to that, because for these cards to be coming up as an empowerment, it's also something that she feels is happening, like a worldwide problem, epidemic of confused people doing this. A lot of them do it on a subconscious level. And they just don't even realize that they're doing it subconsciously. But there are a lot of people that are also doing it on purpose. So definitely Venus in retrograde is an opportunity, along with Mercury in retrograde, for you to really, really, really reclaim your destiny. Now, there is a specific way that I have been doing it that I'm not going to discuss publicly. If you guys want a consultation, you guys can contact me. Okay, now the next retrograde that's coming up is going to be Saturn is going to go in retrograde, but that's not until July. We will visit that sometime in May. Uranus is going in retrograde in September, Jupiter in October, Pluto in May. So we'll visit Pluto. We began the year with Mars in retrograde. And then Neptune is going into retrograde on July the 4th, on the 4th of July, actually. So, you know, we will visit those later. I kind of almost partially want to look at Pluto. Let's look at Pluto. What messages do you have, Santa Muerte, for Pluto in retrograde? Let's see what we have here. Okay, so I got the 7 of Swords upright, 9 of Swords inverted, the Fool card upright, Ace of Cups upright. Pluto in retrograde is going to be a huge opportunity to feel like there's going to be a huge energy shift May the 1st for a lot of people, to where they're going to be very aware of their adversaries. So you guys need to be prepared for that, because the wool that has been pulled over your eyes is going to be removed. And everybody is not going to respond to it very well. 9 of Swords comes up inverted. It is going to false friends, people that mean you no good, people that you can't trust, treachery. Pluto in retrograde is going to bring out a lot of bad in people, a lot of betrayal that we need to become prepared for. Now, there's also good things that are going to happen as well, but that's going to be the bad. The Fool comes up in the upright position. This is the Fool. It's where you're trusting in your higher self. Okay? And then also for those of you that are dealing with situations of betrayal, hurt, people doing some pretty disgusting things to you. a lot of you guys really need to, I'd say, start doing some stargazing. Just, it's not that you're avoiding it, just don't fall into the drama. Maybe if you communicate with that person, just say, hey, you betrayed me, and if the situation comes up, and just very sternly to let them know, hey, I'm going to walk away from this situation. I also feel as though Uranus is going to be a big help. The actual planet Uranus is going to be a big help, as well as Mercury, to help heal the spirit from that type of betrayal. Because a lot of people that are betraying you, not only are they betraying you, but they are setting up scenarios to where you're going to find out about that betrayal. That within itself is not, that's something that's actually premeditated when people make these plans to, to pull the rug from underneath you. So when that happens, and it's going to happen on a massive level, I believe, like just finding out that some of the people that you thought were friends, some of the people that you thought you could depend on, and I'm not just talking about like for like, monetary help or things of that nature, but that too. But I'm talking about like just emotional support, people that you thought were your friend. It's going to be a lot of that coming up when Pluto goes into retrograde. And I think it's going to have a lot to do with confusion, possession. Many, many different factors are going to go into it. However, a lot of you guys need to realize that a lot of that stuff is premeditated, and it's being done at certain times, and the situation is going to be exposed at a certain time because it's going to be pre-planned and pre-thought out. So it's important for a lot of you guys to prepare yourself for that and already see it coming, and maybe even do some protection, because 9 times out of 10 there's going to be a whole bunch of energy behind it to create a false reality of embarrassment, humiliation. You know how they do. So just prepare yourself for that coming up around May. And also protect your relationships. Like, people are going to be doing some pretty scuzzy, wuzzy things. Okay, Ace of Cups comes up, talking about healing. Not, and to just pay attention to Mercury during that time. That will provide you extra energy when it comes to healing, and when it comes to gaining clarity of the mind and the body and the spirit. Okay. And then also protecting your blessings, because 9 times out of 10, the reason why that's being done, because during that time we will be in Taurus season, and you have to protect your blessings, because a lot of the energy stealing, destiny stealing, blessing stealing that they do, it's centered around betrayal. In fact, that's actually a part of the ritual that they do, is coming up with some cockamamie crap, some kind of drama, betrayal that doesn't make any sense. Typically it won't make sense. Even if it does, that person still shouldn't have betrayed you. But a lot of you guys need to start working on protecting your spiritual and earthly assets now, is what I would do, because it's going to be a poop storm. Anyway, that's you guys' reading for the retrogrades, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, if you guys want to reach me, 770 686-7461. You can visit divineservicesapothecary.com to schedule readings or consultations. Okay. Blessings to y'all. Bye-bye.